Thank you, Todd. I cannot wait to learn more about Wolfenstein in the future. But now it's time to rock. It's time to roll. Get your funk on, get groovy, whatever. It's time for Guitar Hero World Tour. Help me in welcoming the rock star behind Guitar Hero World Tour, Mr. Brian Bright, the project director for Neversoft. Come on, let's give it up for him.
All right, thank you. I was a little nervous, came out a little early, but thanks for coming. What is Guitar Hero without music? I mean, so let me tell you now, we've got 85 master recordings, master songs, in-game, on disc, available. Some of the biggest bands too, like The Doors, the Eagles, Van Halen, bands you won't see anywhere else. We also have the hugest rock stars out there. I mean, last year we had Slash and Tom Morello. This year we've got, just like world class, some of the biggest rock stars, bass players, drummers, vocalists, guitarists. You'll meet a couple of them here today, but we've got plenty more that'll be in store and we'll be telling you about up until launch. Last point on music I want to make is downloadable content. So we're going to be supporting downloadable content in a big way going forward on Guitar Hero World Tour with frequent releases, both singles, track packs, and full-length albums. In fact, Metallica's new album, Death Magnetic, is going to be available, downloadable at launch of Guitar Hero World Tour for the PlayStation 3, the Xbox 360, and the Wii. All right. So now I'm going to move on to the instruments. I just want to announce something here before I talk about the new guitar, the mic, and the drums. If you have previously owned instruments from a Guitar Hero game or previous guitars or drums on the Xbox 360, those will be fully compatible with Guitar Hero. But you'll miss out on some of the cool stuff I'm about to show you. So I guess I shouldn't have said fully. They'll be compatible. Here's the new guitar. New guitar is longer. It's got a different shape, obviously. It's got a longer redesigned strum bar. It's got a directional knob with the guide button inset. It's got still has removable faceplates, so those can be customizable. It's got a star power button here, which is really convenient if you don't want to use the accelerometer. So we have an accelerometer built into the guitar. It's not just a Mercury switch. And we use that to its full extent in the music studio, which I'll show you later. There's also dual start buttons in case you want to play lefty or righty. It's easy access. And then probably obviously the biggest improvement is the slider bar on the neck. So what this allows you to do, it's touch sensitive and allows you to actually play things like slap bass, tap strum. It can replace the strumming. So you can play your frets up here and just tap, and anytime there's a sustain note, you can wah, and you can move your hand back and forth and actually produce a wah effect on the note. You earn extra cash for playing that way. There's also tapping and slide sections in songs, where you can either tap down here with your fingers without strumming, or actually slide your hand back and forth on the slider bar and catching the notes. If you have an older guitar or a non-Guitar Hero guitar, you can play up on the frets without strumming, and you'll see some of that in the song we show you at the close of this presentation. So that's the guitar. The drum kit here, let me just set this down. The drum kit, one of the first things we wanted to do was we really wanted to make this be the most realistic drumming experience you could ever have in a video game. And part of that was actually elevating the cymbals off of the snare and the two toms. We really wanted to have kind of defined, if you play any song, if you're a real drummer, you want to be able to close your eyes and actually play the song and not have to worry about how we decided to abstract the gameplay from the actual drumming and how we decided to note track it. So the snare is always on red, the hi-hat's on yellow, the high tom is blue, the floor tom is green, and the ride or crash cymbal is orange. And what that allows is it allows for symmetrical gameplay. So if you're a left-handed drummer, you can obviously play lefty flip on the drums. And it allows you to really just know exactly, like, I'm going to play this song, and I can really get into this music. The other thing we've had on the drum kit, that we really want to do is we want to make it quiet and responsive. So in doing so, we've added, there's a thick layer of silicon on top of the drum heads, which deadens the noise, but gives you a lot of bounce back. So you can actually do snare rolls or flams. Andy can hit 30-second notes no problem on our drum kit, and he's going to come out in a minute. The other thing that we wanted to do is actually pass velocity data from the drum kit back into the console. So we really want to know the harder you hit the drum kit, the louder the drum sounds will be. And these are great for fills. In the music studio, it allows you to be extremely expressive in your music, creating really funky rhythms and things. So that's the drum kit. A couple things I do want to mention, though, here are the ports on the back. So you might see these ports on other Red Octane products. I'm going to explain what we've got here. The kick pedal, this is the kick pedal port. It's a standard piezo kick pedal, though. So what that means is you can use a Y splitter, plug 2 kick pedals in, and on that Metallica DLC that you buy day one, you can play double bass kick if you like. The other port is for future expansion. It's a hi-hat control pedal. It allows us to actually do new things in the future without actually having to purchase a new drum kit. And probably the biggest thing we've got is a MIDI in jack on the back of the drum kit. So what that means is you can use any drum kit, whether it be a $3,000 Roland kit, a Yamaha kit, anything out there, plug it right in here and play our game with any professional drum kit. There's no homebrew assembly. There's nothing funky like that. One other thing you can do with that, though, is if you have a beatbox or a drum machine or groove box or anything like that and you're a budding musician, you can plug it right into this MIDI in jack and you can play your beats on your drum machine and record them into our music studio for use to share online. So Andy's going to give you a little demonstration of the drums. Take it away. Oh, you're not on? My bad. Yeah, let's give it up for Andy. Right on. Last but not least, it's the microphone, right? So the microphone is a Logitech microphone. It is wired, but what that means is it has reduced latency. It actually has weights in it. It's a very quality piece of microphone. It provides high fidelity, which allows us to have the most accurate pitch detection we could possibly get with the lowest levels of latency. Right now, I'm going to pass the mic back to Nelson.
Thank you, Brian. Give it up for Brian Bright. This is amazing. This is sick. But you know what? Right now, let's bring out one of the best drummers in the world. He is a real drum hero. He also tested out the Guitar Hero drums early on in development and is lending his likeness and music to Guitar Hero World Tour. He's the drummer for Plus 44. He's a member of Expensive Taste and the former drummer for Blink-182. Please give it up for Mr. Travis Barker. What's up, sir? There you go. So Travis. You know what? Thank you for being here. It is an honor for me here. I want to know personally how you got involved with Guitar Hero World Tour and with the development of the drum kit.
Guitar Hero had hit me up to come and check out the kit and see what I thought of the pads and how it functioned. I thought it was super user-friendly for a right-handed drummer or a left-handed drummer. I thought the pads were super responsive. I thought the game was awesome, so I went ahead and I did some consulting with them, and I'm the character in the game.
Nice. Now listen, I have a question, because I'm trying to learn the drums. So, is playing the drums on Guitar Hero World Tour harder than playing the drums in a real-life band?
I'd say it's really realistic to the real thing, man. I think if kids or if just gamers get really good on this drum kit, they will be good drummers because it's so realistic to playing the drums.
Got you. I love the look. Now listen, for an aspiring musician that's going to pick up Guitar Hero World Tour in the fall, is there any, any advice, any tips that you can give them?
I think like the studio mode's an interesting mode for the new Guitar Hero because it enables players, like if I'm in California and you're in another state, you could be in New York, we could, make a song together. I could record all the drums and send them to you. You could record the guitars, we could make an entire song.
So it could be global.
Yeah,
you could be working
really
with somebody
exciting.
in Russia.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right, so listen, other than your music on this game, is there any other songs that you're really looking forward to hearing on Guitar Hero World Tour?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Van Halen, looking forward to Metallica.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great drummers in all those bands, and I think everyone will get a chance to really get in people's brains and learn people's styles, like other musicians' styles.
Word. Now listen, thank you for coming out. I know your time is tight. Everybody, let's give it up one more time for Mr. Travis Barker. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
It was an honor, man, honor.
Thank you.
All right, now, coming back to the stage is Mr. Brian Bright. He's gonna go into one of the most anticipated new features on Guitar Hero World Tour, the music studio. Keep it going.
All right, so Guitar Hero has kind of changed the way people experience music. They get closer to it, they get to play the game. Now they get to play as a full band together. It's not just like an insular thing where you're listening to it on your iPod. You get to play together. So we've taken that one step further though, and we're actually allowing you to create music together and share it with others. So what you see here is the recording studio. The music studio is built into a couple parts, so I'll kind of give you a brief overview of them. The recording studio allows anyone to jump in and out on drums. Let's see here. Oops. Sorry. On rhythm, lead, bass, drums, keyboard, or even mic. You can sing along while other people are just jamming out. And this is like hot swappable, so anyone can jump in on rhythm guitar, I can bounce back, go to bass, go to drums, try out new sounds, try out new things, and when we think we got our groove on, we can at any time hit record and record what we're doing. And you can actually record any of there's 4 tracks here you can record. You record any of them or all of them at once. I'm gonna briefly show you the rhythm guitar. Now we've partnered with Line 6. Now Line 6 make the pod guitar effects. It's hardware effects. They're the leaders in the business. And we've partnered with them. They've given us their real-time amplifier and cabinet modeling to incorporate into Guitar Hero World Tour. What this allows you to do is basically recreate different guitars from the past 40 years. You could play, a British Invasion guitar sound. You could play a heavy Metallica sound. Lots of different guitar sounds. You can go in, you can totally tweak the scale. You can pick the root note, the scale, the power chords. You can even customize your scale, so you can set the guitar up however you want. And then you can play chords, and those are not only recorded, but then obviously played back as note tracks in the game with the music you've created. We've got other instruments. The lead functions similarly to the rhythm guitar, but has things like hammer-ons and pull-offs, and tilting actually changes the octave of the guitar in the lead, and the bass follows suit with the lead. But if you're not so musically inclined, or like myself, I've been a DJ for 20 years, I kind of want to make some funky electronic, hip-hop music, something different that you haven't seen yet in Guitar Hero, we've added a list of features called the machines, right? And so these are the drum machine, the bass machine, the lead machine, and the key machine. And the key machine's for the keyboard that I'll show you in a bit. So I'm going to demo the drum machine here. I'll go in, I'll change my instrument. Now, obviously, Andy could come sit down and play a really awesome drum fill for us. We could record that. That could be our backbeat. But I'm not going to do that, so I'm going to use the drum machine. A drum machine takes all the cool input mechanisms that I told you about the guitar, the accelerometer, the star power button, the touch strip. Everything is used in the drum machine. So I'll go and I'll pick my loop type. Now, I've got lots of different loop types. Now, these aren't single loops. They're actually banks of 5 loops. So I'm going to pick this bump-in loop here. And then there's 20 drum kits in the game, and each of those also have a percussion kit associated with it. So I'm just going to go down, and there's everything from old school like 8-bit type drum sounds to like Indian sounds to dub reggae kind of sounds to really classic heavy rock sounds. So I'll go in and I'll pick the dub kit. Now, what you're going to see is the buttons, the fret buttons are going to actually play beats. All right, so I can start and stop beats, and basically it's almost like chopping them up, transposing them, cutting them up in and out like a DJ would. But then I can also modify them with a touch strip, change the pitch with the strum, and actually throw crashes in on the whammy. And then the tilt of the guitar will actually change the velocity of the drums, just like if you were hitting them harder. So it's pretty cool. You can do a lot of things with a drum machine. Now, of course, at any time I could record that, I could play it back, I could record it and just lay it down and let other guys jam on with the rhythm guitar, the lead guitar, and everything. We could just keep building on that backbeat. There's also a keyboard in the game. This could be a brief overview of that. There's, I think, close to 80 different synthesizer sounds on the keyboard. I'll just show you a couple. I mean, everything from acid house to really heavy, like analog bass to whatever you want, really. I mean, we've got it covered there. So I'll scroll down and just kind of show you how the key machine works. I'll pick this oscillator high sound. Now, the key machine is similar to the drum machine. The frets play different notes, right? But the tilting actually changes the octave. So you see the little thing next to the little lever next to the green gem. It's moving up and down. It's changing the octave. There's 3 octaves you can choose from, and you can basically set it for low, high, or high and really high. So I'll play it here, and I'll just kind of show you the, again, the slide bar is going to modify the rhythm. So you can have a lot of fun with that. So you take that. I haven't really recorded anything, but if I did, I could go into GH Mix. And this is where, like, if we all are together as a group and we're having fun and we're recording stuff, one guy's got to be the producer, right? So that guy's going to come back, take it into GH Mix, and actually, make it polished. So GH Mix is essentially, it's like a Pro Tools and a Cubase sequencer kind of merged into one, but made easy enough to use so you can use your Guitar Hero guitar controller to kind of navigate. So I can navigate here. I can do things like set looping sections, go through and lay down drum beats manually on the guitar or the drums. I can copy, paste, delete. You see the 5 tracks there. I can even go down and add markers. And on the markers, I can change the light show. Right, so I've got all these different light shows I can change between. So those markers can be set throughout the timeline, and you can really just craft the experience of what people are going to play as they download your song. So the last piece of the music studio is GH Tunes. And GH Tunes is a user community. It's a user community of basically Guitar Hero created music out there, and it could be any style. And as you've seen, I can make electronic music, obviously, could make rock music, could make hip-hop, country, really whatever you want to make. You can finish your creation, polish it up in GH Mix if you want. Then you can make an album cover. We have a layered graphics system that can be used throughout the game. It's used for your band logo. It's used for faces on your guitar. You can put it on your drums. You can put it on the wall. You can do anything with it. It's 40 different layers of graphics and fonts and text. You could make an album cover, put that up with your song. Now it's like I've got my song up, it's got my album cover. Other people can go on and go on to GH Tunes and actually download your song. When they download your song, they can either play it by themselves, or if it's got enough parts in the song, they can play it as a band. They can then rate the song, and then you can move up or down in the overall rankings for that. So when I'm searching for songs, as a user, I have an endless supply of music, of user-generated content. I can go and search by genre. I can search by what's hot this week, what's the fast mover, what's rising up the charts. It's really like YouTube meets Billboard in the Guitar Hero universe. I'm not connected online, so I can't show you right now, but it's really cool. So, I think the last thing I'm going to show you here today is our Rockstar Creator. So, let me just load into it here. So we still have all the characters from the past Guitar Hero games. We've even added a few from earlier Guitar Hero games. But the big addition this year is the Rockstar Creator. So I can go in, I can pick a female. I can go in and obviously I can pick her genre. We have full facial sculpting here. So it's kind of funny. I can make her older. I can change her normal maps on her face. I can go in and change the shape of her face, of her head, her nose, her mouth, her eyes. I mean, all that bone sculpting stuff is available. It's here. You can really make the rock star that you want. There you see the face paint. That's using the similar layered graphic system that I mentioned about the album covers. And last but not least, there's the instrument creator. We have got a full-on customizable editor for guitars and drums and microphones and basses. So everything's customizable. All the body styles, finish, details, graphics. It just loaded up a random guitar. We've got a randomizer, fretboards, inlays. I mean, everything's customizable. So you can really go online. You can play, with the character you wanted to make online. And we have Battle of the Bands online. You can take your character with your guitar, go online, do Battle of the Bands. Battle of the Bands is a big thing because you can basically play, even band career mode, you can play a couple guys at home with you and a couple of pickups from online. Those guys jet, your friends come over, they can join the band. You can it's kind of this amorphous thing. You can start off with just 2 guys at home, it can grow to 4 online, and go back to just yourself with 3 pickups. Flexibility is there, as well as Battle of the Bands, which is 4 versus 4 online. There's going to be any combination of local or remote players. So I'm going to pass it back to Nelson here.
Give it up one more time for Brian. Great job, man. And you know what? I can't wait to customize myself using Rockstar. That'll be a quick way for me to lose about 10 to 15 right here. I will look awesome. But now listen, I have another honor to introduce another special guest. I personally saw her in concert a few months ago. She is another friend of Guitar Hero, and she knows definitely how to express herself, and she's the lead singer of Paramore. Please give a big round of applause for Hayley Williams. What's up? How are you? And here you go.
Hello.
It is an extreme pleasure. Say
Thank
hello
you.
to the audience.
Hi.
Hi, audience.
How are you guys?
Good, good. Now listen.
Yes.
How was it like, or how does it even feel having one of your songs in the game, but also being a playable character in the game?
Oh man, okay, well the game, we were introduced to Guitar Hero in 2006 on the Warped Tour, and the guys and I got it, and we became addicted, and that's all we did. We didn't go outside on the Warped Tour, right? So we're like the only band with no tan or anything. But we're just hanging out, and we start battling other bands, and I don't know, I love the game, and it's so cool to think about one of our songs being there, listed amongst all these other legendary bands, and it's just gonna be, it's cool. And seeing myself is the weirdest, creepiest, coolest experience.
It's like a computer mirror, isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's exactly like me. It's so cool. I love it.
Nice, nice. Now listen, we're gonna stay on the topic of your playable character.
Yes.
How was it like? What was your experience doing the mocap for Guitar Hero World Tour?
Oh, I had so much fun. It was amazing. Everyone
you love
said
black spandex?
Yes, I do. I mean, this is practically black spandex right now.
All right.
I live in it. I don't know. Everyone told me the outfit was going to be terrible, the suit, and it was awesome. I had a blast. And
you enjoyed it?
Ran around like a fool for a long time. was good.
Catch me. You one of those?
Yeah,
Nice.
dude, it was amazing.
Nice. Now listen, what aspirations, advice, tips would you give as a musician, as a very successful musician, to the aspiring musicians that are going to pick up Guitar Hero World Tour this fall?
Well, I think it's cool because obviously there's a singing feature now, and I think it's going to give people an opportunity to explore that. Maybe if they're too scared to try it on the real stage, they can test it out, go on Guitar Hero, and I mean, that's amazing in itself, but the music studio is what I think is really cool, and I think it encourages people to be creative and try their own thing, and they can share it with the world, and, you know, I would just say, like, go crazy with it, and you know, just do what you love, and
Absolutely.
it's gonna be so cool. I can't wait to try it out myself.
Very well put, very well put. Now listen, other than your songs, now what are you looking at as far as song choices or as far as your interests? What do you want to see on Guitar Hero World Tour as far as songs?
Well, I just heard Slipknot's new single. It's called All Hope Is Lost, and the guitar riff is impossible.
Yeah.
So I would like to see that and get really good at that.
A lot of burnout fingers.
Yeah.
Cramp! Carpal tunnel.
Yeah, that, and also I'm really excited to see what Paramore fans come up with in the music studio, because I'm sure they'll post it online, and I'll get to
Tributes to
see
you.
it. Oh, maybe, I don't know.
That would be awesome, huh?
It's gonna be really fun. I'm excited.
Yeah, we'll get my gamer tag because I'll give you a tribute.
Yes, thank
Now
you.
listen, I know that you have a jam schedule. I want to thank you for taking your time out with us.
Thank
It
you.
has been my pleasure. Everybody, give a round of applause
Thank
for
you.
Haley.
Thanks a lot.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Awesome, all right? Take care.
Thank you.
All right? All right. I have one more surprise. It is my honor now to introduce the Neversoft Band, and they are gonna premiere Guitar Hero World Tour by playing a ripping, iconic version of Hot for Teacher by Van Halen. Take it away, fellas.
What's up, everybody? You ready to rock? Let's do it! All right! Oh, wow, man, wait a second, man. What do you think the teacher's gonna look like this year? But
Take a bow. Take a bow. Take a bow. Bow down right there. Take a bow. Everybody stand up for the Neversoft band. Stand up. Don't be afraid. Woo! Woo! You, my friend, I almost stage dived. That was crazy. I'm fine. Listen, thank you all for being here. I told you you would not regret it. Thanks again to Mike Griffith, Travis Barker, Haley Williams for being out here, as well as all the amazing developers that showed us their latest achievements. I hope I've been a great host for y'all tonight. Please, please, please enjoy the rest of your night. This concludes the Activision press conference. We have some amazing food and drinks outside. Enjoy yourselves. It's my pleasure. Take care.